Hi guys, I'm Danielle Chong, also known as DamnYouDan, and I'm the type of girl you would love to bring back to your parents. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I have a company of my own where I do social media marketing and influencer marketing, and that's called Social Bridge Consultancy. I also am a part-time DJ and radio announcer for Fly FM. Yes, I do a lot. Like every day, it's like maybe average like 4 times. Guys and girls would ask me out, and it's very flattering, but sometimes I would like be very polite, like, ah, you're such a sweetheart. My ideal date would definitely have to be the two of us at a remotely quiet area where we can talk a lot. I don't like going to the movies the first date or doing activities that you can't really get to know the person. You know, maybe just over a nice dinner. Oh my gosh, the worst date I've been on. There's this one guy that I went out when I was in high school. He told me he was gonna come pick me up. I was dressed up really nice and he came to my house by foot. So he picked me up and we had to walk to a subway, like the nearest subway. And I was like, oh, this date couldn't get any worse, right? My makeup was melting, everything was just ugh. By the time he reached there, he started talking about his exes, like all of his exes. A girl does not want to talk about your ex-girlfriends. It was the worst date ever. The worst date ever. I think just not being able to hold a conversation, not being able to understand my sense of humor, because I'm sarcastic, but I also like puns, I'm lame, and if I make a joke, if they're like, huh? That is just such a turn off. Now that you know a little bit of my dating history, let us move to the next part of the video, which is me getting ready for my date. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, We Are Likely. The subscribe button is downstairs. So what I did first before coming here was I moisturized before I put on my makeup, and I use my Beverly Wilshire moisturizing cream. And then I go in with a primer, which I brought. Smashbox Photo Finish. It's the only primer that I trust. So I go in with that after my moisturizer sets in. After that, I go in with my eyebrows. I've already done my eyebrows because I am not gonna let you guys see me without eyebrows because I have no eyebrows. So eyeshadow is really important to me because it's either I don't put eyeshadow or I put a lot of eyeshadow. I already did my contour and I baked and everything. I'm just gonna move on to my eyes, and how I do that is, here's a little trick. I use a card. In this case, I'm using my business card. I'm gonna go in with just a normal brush. I'm gonna go in with my chocolate gold Too Faced palette, which is my favorite palette of all time. Oh, I'm gonna take the card, I'm gonna put it like right underneath, make that sharp effect, and go up to the crease. You see, it's a bit like, ugh. So what I do is I take another brush without any product in it and I just blend it. As long as that is done, if I'm not pleased with the corners, I just go in with my finger. I like to go in with the darker shade just to bring out that depth, because I'm using a bit of like grayish, brownish colored contacts. It'll just work well. It'll make my eyes pop a little bit more. That awkward moment if by the end of this video my makeup actually turns out like Now to make it pop a little bit more, I'm gonna go in with this kind of brush. It's not really eyeliner, it's just to make it look darker. I can't do it with my fingers, so I have to do it with a pointed brush. Even in my everyday looks, I try not to use eyeliner. I just want it to look more natural. After that's done, in the inner corners, I want it to be a little shine. This is my favorite shine palette. I'm just gonna go in with my finger with this shade. It's my favorite shade because it really glows. Look at that! Wow! Just inner. Sweep all the excess underneath. And then I'm gonna go in with this palette. How do you pronounce this brand? I'm not sure. Zoeva? I haven't used it very much. As you can see, it's like brand new. But I like this shade over here and it matches my top. I'm gonna go in with actually Get Your Glory and this shade over here, Golden Tears, because I don't want it to look like I'm crying my period out from my eyes. So I'm not gonna darken it like too much. So now that that's finished, I'm going to make my eyes a little bit more popish. This is just a basic Sephora mascara. My favorite go-to mascara. When I do my eyelash extensions, I don't use mascara at all. But now that it's like, it's falling off and stuff. So what I do is just I go up with mascara. Do I look like an idiot right now doing this? I always feel like I look like an idiot doing this. After that is done, I'm going to go in with a brush like this to help me with my contour. And this is my favorite blush color in the entire world. So what I do is I use the same brush for both. Tuck in your cheeks to make it look like you're 50 times skinnier than you actually are. Going like that. And then with the same brush, I go in with the blush. Smile. My inspiration with blush is Kylie Jenner. I love that her complexion is so like fair and she just puts on so much blush. Now I like to go crazy on another thing on my face for dates, and that is highlighter. And I use two different highlighters. The Cover FX Glitter Drops, I go with it first, and I don't go crazy with this. And before I was really into makeup, I did my makeup with my fingers. And I feel like better doing it because I can actually like feel it sinking in. And then I go over that with some more highlight. My favorite highlight is Becca. I'm gonna go in with this other brush that I haven't used all day. I just used the side of the brush just like that. I really love that glow, so I'm not very shy about it. Even when I go to church, it's like so much of highlighter, you know what I mean? Last but not least, very important part of your face. If I don't have any makeup, like no eyebrows, no foundation, anything, I need to have lipsticks. My favorite brand right now is Smashbox, and they have the best matte colors ever. I'm going for pink matte lipstick, and it's called Babe Alert, so I think it would be perfect for my date. I'm done! This is my actual final look. It's not too over the top, but it's not too like, oh, she's a basic bitch. And after all this is done, I'm gonna go in with NYX Matte Finish Spray. It's gonna make your makeup have that matte look. Shake it a bit, get crazy. I hope your date goes well. This has been DamnYouDan getting ready for Valentine's Day with We Are Likely. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye! So apart from being gorgeous, what else do you do for a living? Call me! 0126. No, I'm just kidding.